In the quiet town of Cedar Creek, a series of gruesome murders had gripped the community in fear. Bodies were found mutilated and left in chilling displays that sent shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned detectives. The media dubbed the unknown assailant as the Shadow Reaper due to the eerie way the killer seemed to vanish without a trace after each heinous act. Detective Sarah Lawson was assigned to the case. With years of experience under her belt, Sarah was determined to bring the Shadow Reaper to justice and end the reign of terror that had paralyzed the town. She tirelessly pursued every lead, examined every piece of evidence, and consulted with forensic experts, but the killer always seemed one step ahead. Months turned into a year, and the elusive murderer continued to evade capture. The pressure mounted, and Sarah felt the weight of the unsolved cases on her shoulders. However, a breakthrough finally came when a witness reported seeing a suspicious figure near one of the crime scenes. Sarah and her team moved swiftly, following the lead to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. As they cautiously entered the dimly lit building, a sense of foreboding hung in the air. The faint echo of footsteps reverberated through the empty corridors, heightening the tension. Suddenly, a shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, wielding a knife stained with the blood of the innocent. It was the Shadow Reaper. Adrenaline surged through Sarah as she confronted the killer face to face. In a tense standoff, the two locked eyes, a silent battle of wills playing out between them. Without hesitation, the killer lunged forward, aiming the blade at Sarah. Instinct kicked in, and in a split-second reaction, Sarah drew her gun and fired. The shot echoed through the warehouse as the perpetrator stumbled backward, a look of shock crossing their face. The Shadow Reaper collapsed to the ground, the knife slipping from their grasp. As Sarah cautiously approached, she realized that the notorious serial killer who had haunted the town was none other than a person from her own past, a troubled soul who had slipped through the cracks of society and succumbed to darkness. The once vibrant eyes that now stared lifelessly up at her held a tragic story of pain and torment. The town breathed a collective sigh of relief, knowing that the reign of terror had come to an end. Yet, amidst the closure of the case, Sarah couldn't shake off the haunting realization that the killer was also a victim in their own right, trapped in a cycle of violence and despair. As the investigation closed and the town began to heal, Detective Sarah Lawson couldn't help but reflect on the thin line between good and evil, realizing that sometimes the greatest monsters were not born, but created by the unforgiving circumstances of life.